Hello, I'm back. It's been a while, and I got something really, really special. So I wanted to record an unboxing. Um, Sorry if it sounds like I'm talking into one side of the microphone. I can't really fix that without getting a separate microphone, which I probably won't ever do. But yeah, you probably have an idea of what this is based on the thumbnail. So let's get into it. It's very nicely wrapped. All right, how to open. Got to be very careful. Is that good enough? No. Let's do this. Okay. I'll have to look into book preservation because I don't have, like a special room for it. And I want to take good care of this. Okay, almost there, I think. Okay, I think we're in. I should keep that covered. All right. Wow. Okay, there it is. Wow. So this is an extremely special book. This one in particular. Where's there should be a letter. Oh, there it is. Okay, let me get the letter out. So, this is a first edition Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, and it is also a first printing. Let me open up to the publication page. Oh, you got a sneak peek there. So it is first edition, first printing because it has the 1 and it says first edition. But it's even more special than that. Let me open this up. This is I'm kind of shaking right now. I'm gonna be very careful. This belongs in a museum, in my opinion. Wow. Wow. Okay, so October 23rd, 1981. Dinah, here is your book. Signed, Alvin. And you can kind of see a watermark on the paper. That's cool. Wow, okay. This must be done with a typewriter, I'm guessing. Wow. So, this is Dinah's. Oh, am I doing okay? So this is Dinah's copy of the book, and that is very special because It is dedicated to Dinah. With many, many thanks, Alvin Schwartz, October 20th, 81. So he signed this 3 days before typing that letter and then sent it to her. Wow. Like, first edition, first printing edition of this book is amazing on its own. To have the author sign it is even more amazing. To have it inscribed and to be Dinah's personal copy is unbelievable. This is amazing. Wow, to Dinah. So, this popped up on eBay. It's in really nice condition too. I wonder if she ever actually read this copy. Oh, she did have more than one copy though, because on eBay he was selling more than one copy. Okay, so yes, that popped up on eBay, and I asked the seller where he got it from, and I printed out his message here. He said, Dinah Stevenson passed away earlier this year, and it fell to me to clear out her apartment. As I did triage on an overwhelming amount of books, it's been an education. I pulled the ones I felt should find new, appreciative homes. Your book was one of them. The note and signature inscription were written early in Dinah's storied career when she was with Lippincott. So that's what he said. So, yes, it's very sad that she passed away earlier this year. And I printed out part of her obituary. I cut it down a lot because it was very long, but I'll post a link to it in the description. So her obituary goes, esteemed children's editor Dinah Stevenson, lauded for being a keen spotter of talent and for shepherding numerous books and authors to the industry's highest accolades, and former publisher of Clarion Books, died on January 23rd in Hoboken, New Jersey. She was 81. And Hoboken is also where this shipped from. Dinah Solomon Stevenson was born in 1942 in Los Angeles to Louis Solomon, a television producer and writer, and Wilma Shore, a feminist painter and writer. She spent her earliest years in LA, and as the 1950s dawned, both of Stevenson's parents were blacklisted during the House Committee on Un-American Activities hearings. I have no idea what that means. By 1954, the Solomons had moved to New York City, where Dinah graduated from Elizabeth Irwin High School in Manhattan. She then headed to the Midwest to study at the University of Chicago, earning her BA in 1963 and MA in 1966, and setting her sights on a future in academia. She landed a job back in New York City as a copy editor at J.B. Lippincott Jr. Books in 1971. At Lippincott, Stevenson moved to the editorial department and climbed through the ranks to senior editor in 1979, all with the goal of eventually working with adult books. In 1980, Stevenson was named senior editor for Alfred A. Knopf and Pantheon Books for Young Readers. And then it must be during that time she helped get this published, and he also sent this to her because 5 years later she joined William Morrow and Company as executive editor of Lothrop, Lee and Shepherd Books, where she worked with editor-in-chief Dorothy Briley. In early 1990, Stevenson moved to Clarion Books as executive editor, reuniting with Briley, who had been named Clarion's publisher in 1989. Houghton Mifflin had acquired Clarion from Seabury Press in 1979, and the imprint is now owned by HarperCollins, which purchased Houghton Mifflin Harcourt in 2021. Sorry for the mispronunciations. Throughout her career, industry friends and colleagues knew Stevenson as an enthusiastic foodie and an eager traveler. She was a regular at the Bologna Book Fair, and she fostered particularly strong ties with publishers in the UK, where she visited each year. Lastly, Stevenson rose to vice president, I assume that's what VP is, and publisher at Clarion by 2005. and worked with a broad roster of notable authors and illustrators, eventually transitioning to the role of editor-at-large in 2017. She announced her retirement in 2020 after 30 years with Clarion, though she continued to take on select editorial projects through 2023, including The Labors of Hercules Beale by Gary D. Schmidt. And that's the edited version of that. So, yeah, I am really honored to have this. I can't believe I have it. It should be in a museum. It's a really cool piece of history, especially for any horror lover and scary stories lover. And yeah, I think that's about it. Thanks for watching. I do plan on making one more video later in the year when I get the, I think it's 8 LP Wax Mage set from Cadabra Records for the story of Charles Dexter Ward. But that's all I have planned right now. But thanks for watching, and see you later.